Hi! Hey, listen, you clicked. Thank you. I know you have options, but you decided to click on this and watch this. So you know what? Thank you for watching. Let's have a good time. Let's go through this process together, and hopefully I will make you laugh by the end of this. Okay? Now, this is for those who want and who can do more. You have options in the description below. Pick the one that fits you best. May I suggest the membership program only because it's the easiest way, most financially affordable way to support the channel without thinking so hard. But if none of that interests you, you can just simply donate to the channel's Buy Me a Coffee page. But regardless of how you spend it, I want you to understand that by you watching from start to finish, liking, the like button is more important than the subscribe, but the subscribe is so you don't miss any updates, right? So liking, subscribing, interacting with the video, because that also helps push the algorithm forward. Don't minimize that. Thank you. As you know, extra thank you to not only the old members, but to also the new members. Thank you. Extra thank you. Okay, today, we are just going to have a few conversations, and I'm going to go through a few things that I put together, and I'm going to tell you what they are, and then we're going to talk about it, and then we'll go through that. Maybe we'll laugh, maybe we'll scream, maybe we'll cry. I don't think we'll cry, but regardless, it's going to be a good moment. Now, I know it's obvious I changed my shirt, but listen, that's also a very long story. So stick around, I'll tell you that story. But anyway, for those who are new here, I am Alistair Nzekio, and this is my point of view. Let's start with the first segment. All right, first is Bryan Kohberger. So this is a guy right here. I thought that was very interesting when I fell upon that. So let's look at it together. Let's see how he's handling jail time. Let's check this out.
New reports allege accused murderer Bryan Kohberger is closely following media coverage of his case from behind bars. The 28-year-old is being held in Latah County Jail without bail for the murders of 4 University of Idaho students last November. But according to fellow inmates in jail who spoke with the Daily Mail, Kohberger, quote, watches himself all the time on TV. But according to Law and Crime Network host and public defender Brian Buckmeyer, Kohberger's fascination with the case is not irregular.
I think it's very normal for someone to follow their case if it's highly publicized. They want to see what everyone's talking about, what they're saying about their personal life as well as about the case. It's like checking Instagram or your Facebook to see what people are tagging you in or saying about you.
Buckmeyer says Kohberger's interest with the case shouldn't be seen as an admission of guilt.
I'm not surprised that many people are having this negative connotation to Bryan Kohberger following his own case, because for many, it's guilty until proven innocent. And so in that lens, him following the case seems somewhat nefarious. But think of it this way. If you knew that the entire world was talking about you, wouldn't you want to know what they're saying?
Besides Kohberger's fascination with the Idaho 4, sources from the Latah County Jail also say the accused killer has found religion from behind bars. They say he, quote, sits down with a pastor and receives his own private mass.
It is unsurprising for someone to find religion while in prison or in jail. Just like I would say it's unsurprising for someone to find religion when they're diagnosed with cancer or with a severe disease. It's, I think, the person seeing their own mortality and the difficulty of their situation and looking for an answer.
Multiple reports also say Kohberger has been a model inmate and has maintained his strict vegan diet while behind bars.
Okay, I thought that was very interesting for the simple fact that, he's following the story. Now, I would do the same. I think if I was under arrest and I was waiting for my trial date in prison, I would absolutely be looking at every piece of news that I can about me, 100%. I'll be too nervous to stand still, too scared. And by the way, a model inmate, I don't know about you, I'm not about this life. Prison scares me. If I was ever in prison, I'm not hanging out with you. No, I'm probably going to stay in my jail cell forever. I'm not hanging out with, no, because I'll be mingled with real criminals. No, too scared. I'm skittish. I'm too scared. I'll probably be in my room eating what? What is he eating? Vegan. So eating vegan stuff, right? And religion, yeah, praying, talking, looking for ways to, connect with something, someone. Religion is the best thing. And by the way, when that guy talked about how, like, it's very common when you find yourself in a peculiar situation to invoke the power of religion. It's the same for those who are religious. Please forgive me. Don't throw darts. We are friends. But to me, it's the same caliber. It's in the same spectrum of meditation. In other words, if you find yourself in a high stressful environment, meditate. Some people find religion, but I think it's 100% human behavior, like to seek a sense of calm, of center, and normalcy, even for criminals. Look, alleged criminals. Speaking of religion, check this out, which I thought that was really interesting.
This week, Pope Francis marks 10 years as head of the Catholic Church, and he is making headlines for suggesting the Church could review a long-held rule requiring Roman Catholic priests to be celibate. In an interview, the Pope said, quote, "There is no contradiction for a priest to marry. Celibacy in the Western Church is a temporary prescription. I do not know if it is settled in one way or another, but it is temporary in this sense." We welcome in Father Aquinas Gilbao. He's a campus chaplain and director of campus ministry at the Catholic University of America. Good morning, Father. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So the vow of celibacy has been around since the 11th century. And back in 2019,
That's right.
Pope Francis called celibacy a gift to the church. What do you make of these more recent comments that, well, hey, maybe it's just temporary?
So I thought it was interesting because there are two red flags in what I'm hearing here, which again proves a little bit to what I'm about to tell you. The first one is, what about the nuns? So you mean to tell me, Catholic Church, is that you're willing to allow priests to have sex, but you're not willing to allow nuns to have sex? Where is that discussion? Where is that at? I don't hear that at all. So already, that, to me, that creates a level of discreditment to the whole movement. And which leads me to my next thought, because now they're discredited, right? Because it's unfair, it's definitely biased, therefore I'm suspicious. And consequently, I'm skeptical. So everything comes out of their mouth is already like looking with extra lens, right? Which leads to my next point. If you look at the statistics out there, the world is getting less religious. I think religion has dropped by 40%. 40%. So how do you attract the modern human? How do you attract the modern, male? Could it be that this rule change is because you're looking for constituents? I don't know. But already, I'm suspicious, right? Here's my thing when it comes to religion. And look, I'm going to talk very carefully in circles because this is going to inflame some people. Listen to me very closely, okay? I'm not going to tell you what religion I am. I'm not going to tell you who I pray to at night. If I pray at all, right? I'm not going to tell you. But here is what I think the fundamental base should be. You could believe whatever you want. You could believe at anything you like. But once we get to the world of preaching, again, you lose me. Because just because someone does not agree with how you think, what you think, how you see the world, gives you no right to enforce that view on somebody else. I mean, I can go on and on, but that principle in essence triggers and spills over on so many things that is, in my opinion, going really wrong in this country. Look, careful, Alistair, careful. Yeah. I'm not gonna say it, but you can read my mind. You're smart. By the way, to new people, my audience is really smart. My subscribers are witty. You don't understand. They are very smart. You can read my mind. Read my mind, right? The idea that because you don't believe because your belief is different than somebody else's, therefore you must enforce and encroach, pretty much convert somebody else's opinion. Stop that. Stop that. You're entitled to your opinion, and so is that other person. And that's the thing religion I don't like. It's the whole preaching concepts. And by the way, speaking of religion, one of my clients revealed to me that he's a Quaker. I love Quakers. Quakers, you know what they believe, Quakers? They believe in what I just said. Mind your own business. That's it. Don't throw tomatoes at me. I'm just telling you. You know? Hi, did you have a good weekend? Look, let me tell you something. You know, the last video I made, by the way, this weekend, oh, that's for the story time. No. Anyway, I spoke to my sister, Bianca. Absolutely. It's so funny because she's not subscribed. She doesn't watch this. She can't. I mean, she can, but she's way more important stuff to do. And so she just sent me, as soon as I took the phone, I was so tired. I went to bed. I woke up in the morning and she was like, "Oh, brother, I miss you. I love you. Call me." And I was like, "Ah!" I called. All right. So then you guys must be like, what did I just click on? Please don't run away. Look, don't run away. What are you running away for? Next segment. Look, Christopher flies a lot, and he flies a lot. I don't like to fly. I'm scared of flying. You wanna know why? Because, you know, again, I believe, even though flying is the safest mode of transportation, but I think that I'd rather take my chances with my own actions, right? When you're up there in the tube in the air, if something goes wrong, oops, you're screwed. At least with a car, something goes wrong, maybe I can open the door and jump. No, it won't work. I'm still gonna crash and burn, but at least I tried. But the airplane, whatever goes wrong, you are screwed. Anyway, look at this. I'm sure you've seen this. Look at this.
A frightening rampage on a packed plane from LAX to Boston. A man going on a terrifying rant and promising a bloodbath on board.
And then I will kill every man on this plane. So where are they? Where's Homeland Security? Where are they diverting us? Because wherever it is, there's going to be a bloodbath everywhere. You can run away. You can all run away if you want. If you're men, you can run. I won't kill you. I'm Balthazar. You can put up your hands and say, "Don't kill me then," or "Don't approach me because I'm Balthazar." As renamed by God Balthazar, since I'm taking over this plane.
Oh my God.
Right now.
Oh no.
And then he steps into the aisle holding something in his hand like a weapon. And moments later, he charges the front of the plane and stabs a flight attendant in the neck.
Are you out of your mind? Are you crazy? This is why, oh my God, I don't even know. Look. So this man actually, who cares about his name? But he has mental situation. He's not okay up here. Apparently there's a history of mental illness that's completely untreated. This is not the first time he's acting up like that. He's acted up from his mom, etc., etc. Here's my thing. First of all, how would you react to this? I always question people who take out their phone and film stuff, right? I've been in very precarious situations where I don't even know if I'm going to get out alive. The last thing in my mind is my phone to film, to call for help, sure. Last thing my finger presses on is the camera button. And let alone go like this. What? No, I'm either running away or I'm fighting you to run away. There is no recording or filming going on. I'm always baffled at people who take the phone. Look, it's great for us, but honey, Now, if I was in that plane and I saw that, I would be, I know exactly how I would be, because I know myself. So it would be a serious situation. Number one, I'd probably be playing with some friends or family. So I would go very quiet and serious. And then I would surrender to my condition. I have a temper. I would surrender to it all. And I would just wait. And I dare you. Yeah. I know because it happened before. I know. I would just surrender to it I don't like to fight, but I can fight. And and I'm not. I don't fight fair. Good luck. May the best man win. You know. But this absolutely scary. Absolutely scary. Now, some people were talking about how, like, okay, look, what are we supposed to do? Like, how do you prevent this? You can't prevent this. You can't prevent this. Someone even said, like, oh, look at his face is all pimply and it looks like a homeless man. Like, are you serious? Are you really going to discriminate about someone entering an airplane because of how they looks? Are you mental? No, you can't do that. Discriminate over your looks. Are you... Some people really are just ridiculous. No, you cannot do that. So, even though he might look like a murderer, he has to go into the airplane. Now, okay, look, this next one, I'm gonna let him tell you how stupid he is. And again, this let's go, calm down.
Man, you know it's time to run it. Hey man, these people are funny, bro. First, before I even start the video, I'm gonna have to show y'all the black people news. I'm gonna show y'all the white. No. I'm gonna show y'all the white people news first. Then I'm gonna show y'all the black people news. Like, I love you white people, bro. I love y'all. But y'all, bro, y'all disappoint me. Y'all really do. Cause y'all don't never tell facts. Speak facts, man. Y'all didn't catch me. I ain't get out on no bond, dude. The heck? Y'all got me on bond the last time when y'all had to trap me around with like 35 cars. But anyway, we're gonna speak on that later. But yeah, let me show y'all the video.
The 23-year-old takes off, seen weaving through cars on the interstate in his Dodge Charger, passing by them like they're at a standstill. And then you hear a crash.
State Highway Beltway 8.
This is not Lynch's first rodeo with troopers. In fact, he was out on bond at the time for doing the same thing months before. He was pulled over in September, and court documents say he got away after speeds reached 120 miles an hour on the interstate, almost 100 on the surface streets.
Well, tonight a Katy man is out on bond after he fled from state troopers 3 different times, twice at high speeds and once on foot. Thanks so much for joining us at 10. I'm Keith Garvin.
City's license.
Then go ahead and step out with me as well.
But without delay, the driver sped down the Katy freeway, changing lanes and swerving around cars as seen in this YouTube video. Texas state troopers tried stopping 23-year-old Alan Lynch, shown in this Alabama mugshot. Twice before this, the tag on his Impala folded up and believed to be fraudulent.
So, y'all, I got away.
After the state trooper stopped the pursuit, Lynch kept the camera rolling. He parked and hid out for what he said was up to 4 hours.
They ain't gonna get, because they gotta catch me first. They gonna have to catch me first, man. I ain't finna jail. You feel? I think I'm gonna make their job easy. You think I'm gonna make their job easy? Their job is to catch us. Our job is to run away.
He also showed the tire damaged as he fled in this video on YouTube.
So, let me stop you there because he goes on a very long rant about black and whites. And this is where I tell you, look, you might get mad at me, but listen very carefully, because this is the same thing I talked to you about when I talked about Darrell Brooks and how he might be racist, how I had to guide you through this flow of things. I had to be very careful with my words because, and also about how, you know, the whole Darrell Brooks saga, how Don Woods said it was a whole racial thing. This is the thing, and I say with my people, listen, make no mistake about this. Let me just disclaim and clarify that. Racism is very real. I live it every day. I live it. Please, firsthand. Don't even try to hide it. The higher you go up that corporate ladder, the higher you go up, the more they don't give a damn about hiding this stuff. They will let you know they don't like you. So, but here's the big difference. The big difference is that you have to be very careful when you activate the whole race card because it's so triggering. It's so triggering and it needs to be exactly correct because not everything is a race card. Not everything is about race and not everything is racist. Honey, boy, what's his name? Alan, this is not race related. You are a hooligan, a vagabond. Yes. I'll tell you why he is. Do you want to know why? 120 miles per hour, arrested. Are you out of your mind? You could kill someone with that. Even if you have your seatbelt on, even if you're in your car well seated, you get hit by a car at 120 miles an hour. Physics alone will destroy you. 100 miles an hour? Not that much different. You can kill someone even if all the security is in there. Do you know what I mean? He got arrested multiple times for that. All right? Yeah, he minimizes it because how old is he? 23. He's only 23 years old. I mean, he's young and stupid. When we all young and stupid at that point, but there's a big difference, at least in my book, is that I was not laughing and bragging about how I almost killed people. We've all drink and drive. Come on. We've all done it, right? But we certainly didn't boast about it. Like, oh my God, I made it home. Phew. Yeah, but that's the big difference here with this idiot. Do you know what I'm saying? And then the audacity to go over there and start crying like, woo, because I'm black. Get out of here. It's not because you're black at all. It really infuriates me because it minimizes the true racial charge issues that happens in this country, because then nobody takes us seriously when we really need it. Why am I laughing? I'm choosing my words carefully, even in this bout of anger. I told you I've lived it, and I lived it in a very big way. And I live here in Jersey, which is one of the very liberal states here in the United States. And it still happened to me on a grand scale. I'm not telling you the story. I can't tell you the story because a lot of you won't like me. But let's just say that I put on my gloves and I went to fight. With who? New Jersey. That's it. I'm going to stop it there. Can't say anymore. All right. Back to this boy. What did he say? Yeah, so you know what he did? So he gets arrested. He gets pulled over, like whatever. And then he runs away. And he takes the phone and records this. This is why I don't understand people who take the phone and record stuff. Who has that time? First of all, I'm too busy looking at the road. Click. Ah! You know what I mean? Like, it's unbelievable. It's crazy. I thought I was ridiculous. I thought I was really funny when I saw this. He's like, they didn't catch me. Honey, you're going to jail. You are going to jail. And government, if you don't put him in jail, do something right. What? This is a danger. Please don't shoot tomatoes. I'm telling you my opinion. But I think he is a danger because he doesn't even think. He doesn't even realize how serious what he just did. Super serious. Anyway. I get so heated. I tell you, right? I have a temper. And the funny thing, look, this is the funny thing about my temper. It's quick and it's short. It's like woo 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 woo, right? Which is why, like, sometimes people don't understand if we're fighting or not, because I would go like that, and then I'll tell a joke and then I'll laugh with you, but you have no idea that I'm actually very upset. I'm not happy with you, but I just threw in a joke and we both laugh, but I'm really not happy with you, and I even find it very funny in the moment, which made me laugh even harder. Yeah. I don't. My fights don't last long. I'm a diplomat, and I always find resolution for people who are reasonable. Yeah, and I don't fight. I don't like to fight. So I came across this video, and it was one of the folders I wanted to talk about, but I never really got to it just because. But anyway, so and I saw it as I was putting the operating folder for today. And I was like, you know what? I'll bring this in and I'll talk about my story just a little bit.
Abby Pimentel was already in trouble.
My car battery went dead, my phone was dead, everything was dead.
Before she was in danger.
It's just like tons of traffic, you know, and you're just sitting there like a sitting duck.
The mother of two found herself stranded on I-24 on May 22nd, 2019, when a semi-truck did a U-turn in her direction.
Eventually, Roy Nelsh did pull up behind me and asked me if I needed help, and I said, yeah, I do. I was to the point where I felt desperate.
Desperation would soon turn to fear. When she says the man behind the wheel, Roy Nelsh, did not get over at the next exit, she asked him to pull over.
So I grab my purse, I look up at him, and I'm thinking I'm about to say thank you, and he has a gun pointed at me. He said, "This is a kidnapping. I'm gonna you, get in the back of the truck."
What Pimentel did not know at the time is what investigators would later find inside Nelsh's truck: a bag of bloody women's undergarments, a knife, guns, a stun gun, and a bloody rope. What she did know is that she wasn't going to go quietly.
I already know I'm probably gonna die, so I'm not gonna go down without a fight.
In a later police interrogation, Nelsh says Pimentel threatened to rob him and describe what she did next.
She come on loud. She started hitting me and beat me. I jumped back.
We're wrestling for this gun, and he's on top of me, and I have the gun pointed at his face now. I'm on the bottom, he's on the top, and I have the gun pointed at his face, and I pull the trigger, and nothing happened.
It's unclear why the gun didn't fire, but it wouldn't matter, because Nelsh would later tell police he had another gun.
Whenever she grabbed the 25 and she's trying to turn around on me, and I reached under and got the 40 and hit her in the head with it.
He just bashed me over the head with it really hard, and I mean, I remember feeling warm liquid pouring down my face, and I didn't know at first what it was, but it was blood.
Then came the handcuffs.
He put my hands behind my back and put handcuffs on me, and at that point I remember thinking, okay, Abby, just comply with what he says, or pretend you're complying at least for right now, because he's gonna get complacent at some point, and that's when you're gonna make your move. You're gonna do something. You're not gonna go down.
She says Nelsh placed a blanket over her using a paper towel on her head wound.
While he was wiping the blood away from my face, I asked him 3 questions. I said, "Are you gonna kill me?" He said, "No, I'm just gonna you." I said, "How long are you gonna keep me for?" He said, "A few days." I said, "Are you taking me somewhere scary?" And that's the only thing that I could think of to ask, because I kept thinking of those scary movies going through my head, you know, and he's gonna have me in some cage and with all these knives or something and torturing me or something. Like, I kept thinking that way. And he said, "No, you're gonna stay in the truck with me. I'm just taking you somewhere isolated."
Now, once again on the highway, she says 2 faces came to mind.
And I would think about my kids, and like every time I would think about my kids' names would go through my head, and I'd just get this adrenaline, like this crazy amount of adrenaline go through my body, and I'd be like thinking, you don't have the right to take away their mommy.
Once a soldier herself at Fort Campbell, Pimentel says she got ready for battle.
First, I had to get my hand out of this handcuff. Honestly, I didn't care if I ripped my whole arm off. I was not going with that guy. I was not going to be him. There's no way.
So how did you do it? How'd you get your hand out?
I ripped it out as hard as I could, as hard as I possibly could, and it hurt, but I didn't care.
Once she was free, she says she had to make a desperate decision: to throw the blanket over Nelsh's head as he was driving on the interstate.
He's all over me, beating on me, kicking me.
Were you driving at that point?
Yes.
When you put the blanket on you?
Yes.
I was absolutely a crazy, savage animal, like fighting for my life. It taught me that I will do anything to survive.
Eventually, Nelsh pulled over, to her surprise, offering to unlock the remaining handcuff.
I remember I jumped out of the semi. I had one shoe on, one shoe off, the other shoe's up in the semi, half a dress on.
He said something to you as you were leaving. What did he say?
He said, I never expected you to fight that much. I've never had anyone fight this much before. I was like, whoa, he's done this before. Like, wow. I thought, who am I dealing with here?
After she flagged down help and gave descriptions to police of the truck, Nelsh was soon arrested. Later, she learned what investigators found in the truck.
I'm sorry. Can we just clap for this woman? You know, it's look, I have put that in my story way back when. It's because we survived. We almost got trafficked. Almost got human trafficked during my younger days in New York City. We got drugged. We woke up in a weird spot. And if it wasn't for the mistake of one, because it was a full operation. It wasn't just like one person. It was an entire system Anyway, it's a full-blown operation, and that's all I'm going to say. But we literally ran. We escaped. Both feet running, still drug-ish, but we escaped. The person, the thing made two mistakes. They didn't lock the first door, and they didn't lock the second door. It wasn't fully closed because the doors only opened from the outside. It didn't open from the inside. Do you understand? Oh yeah, I can't tell you the story. Didn't have permission, so you will never. I won't tell the details. Yeah, I think I could say that to Ty, right? No mention of anything. It's good. Okay, I'll tell you a secret. I called him and I said if I could say that. He said you could say that. So there you go. There. Anyway, to go back to this woman and this little hero. Awesome. Let me tell you something. You know, my niece is about to start college. Okay, she's 17 years old. She's going to school and she's studying interior design. She's going to FIT. And look, she's a very attractive young woman. Very attractive. My niece-in-law. And I said to her, I as an uncle, I feel like it's my responsibility to be present and aware of what's going on for my kin, because she's my kin. And so if she's in pain, I'm in pain. So it's important for me to have a little pulse on what is going on with my family members at all times. Now, they're teenagers, so they don't give a crap about, they're like, oh, leave me alone, uncle. But it's okay. They're allowed to have their space to be their individual. I just want you to know, right, that if anything go down, you have me. So I've sat her down and I said, look, you're about to enter an interesting stage. Please, I've had the sex talk with her when she was 14. Yeah, I've done that. I've done the whole condom thing. It's important. You can't hide those stuff because you don't want them to experience this by themselves. They need to know what the hell is to expect. Of course, please. Anyway, so I said, actually, let's have a sit down. I want to talk to you about something that's very important. She's like, what's up, Uncle Alistair? I said, are you aware of the statistics out there about sexual assault, especially in college? And she's like, yes, I'm very well aware. And I said, I want to tell you a little in between here when it comes to those statistics, because to get a statistic, someone has to tell you, yes, I was insulted. And someone has to write it down. Yes, they were assaulted. The chances of someone even coming forward and admitting that, it's not that high. Do you understand? So I said, take those numbers and double it. Double it. That's the true value out there. Double it. She was like, wow, you're right. And we looked at the numbers together. You can Google it yourself. It's atrocious. It's atrocious. And so I said to her, I said, I don't want to scare you, my darling. I call her darling. I don't want to scare you, my darling, but I want to be very clear. Your first priority, if you find yourself in a situation, of course, use your common sense, use everything we taught you, use everything at your disposal to not put yourself in that situation. But statistics don't lie. So I said, if you find yourself in that predicament, your first priority is to survive. You fight as hell. Come home and survive. Once you come home, we're going to get ourselves together and we're going to burn the world down. I've said it. Please. Yeah, we're going to burn it all. Everybody gets sued. Everyone gets sued. School district, the state, everyone. I'm telling you, I will go broke with lawyers. I'm suing everybody. And this is the thing. The family gets sued. The boy gets sued. Everybody gets sued. Everyone. And we're all spending that lawyer money. And I think that's important because there's a lot of stigma and shame put into this thing. And you know what? There's nothing shameful about it because it's not your fault. Nothing shameful about that. You come home alive. We get a good nap, get a good rest, and all hell break loose. And, she was laughing. She's like, you're so ridiculous. I'm like, I know I'm ridiculous, but you know what? You need to be ridiculous because some of these ridiculous things, they only understand one language, and that's toughness. You cannot be, you have to meet like the Darrow books of the world. You have to meet them with a fist. You can't meet them with a hug. Absolutely not. These people will take advantage of you the first thing they get. Anyway, so, that's it for the news I have for you today. Let's go to my final thought, if there is even one. as a final thought, is there a final thought? There's not a final thought. But as a final thought, no. I wanted to have this into the operating flow. Darrell Brooks was last time. And why? Because it's important to kind of take a little break a little bit from criminals and just have a conversation a little bit, you know, what's the word in French? À la quotidienne. An acquaintance conversation? An everyday conversation. Okay. That's not the word, but à la quotidienne is like saying, like, just talking, you know, just talking. It's not an everyday conversation. That's not it. I don't know how it translates to in English, but une conversation à la quotidienne. Huh? Why not? Which is good. It's a good break. Now, let's go into operating flow. So I'll tell you a little bit what is going to come up next. So I know the Bryan Kohberger situation came out about the unsealed warrants. I'm not touching that. Kohberger, I was going to, and I was like, you know what? It's not enough. Let's wait till June, and we can handle that. All right. And the other thing also is we have Sarah Boone coming up in April. Honey, it's right there. And we have Darrell Brooks coming up next week. Next week. Now, in regards to Darrell Brooks, I skimmed some of the comments a little bit about the last Darrell Brooks video I made, and someone said, like, oh, enough with Darrell Brooks, enough. Lady, I'm with you. I'm a little bit all Darrell Brooks out, but listen, this is the thing. Because I think it's important that we start something and we try to go and finish it. Darrell Brooks is not quite finished yet. I still have to address his hearing that's going to come up. We're trying to see what the system and what he's going to do. And then we still have to go through Erica Patterson. And I think after those two, it's going to fizzle out. So we just have a little bit more. I still find it a little bit interesting, but we still have a little bit more. You know, but I'm with you. I understand. It's a little bit exhausting. I totally get it. But it would be such a shame to start a crime and not finish it to the end, right? So, I mean, I came late for Chandler. I came late for that. Not enough material to make a video. Maybe, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll make those two because there's enough material here. So maybe I'll make those two connection about those two here, right? She's in April. That's Sarah Boone, guys. Okay, that's Sarah Boone. Like, it'd be good to finish it all because once I finish it all, then I'm going to take Daddy Bailiff and I'm going to put it on the wall and I'm going to clear this wall out so that, you know what, we're done. We're done with all these cases and we can move on to the next ones. That's the plan. How's that for a final thought? Anyway, let me know. Please comment. Please have a conversation and discussion about this whole mess. And then yeah. Yes. Anyway, let's go to my Let's Talk. So for the new guys who are here, Let's Talk is where I just talk to you guys about de tout et de rien. Everything and nothing. Hey, actually, that's the word. Yeah. Everything and nothing. I talk about everything and nothing. Yes. Okay, let's go. What am I doing? Dancing. Why? It's like I'm free. I'm free from operating flow. Today's was not even that hard to make. There was not that much a flow I had to do. I literally just had a link, which came right here. I saw the video. I had little notes here and there, and I just commented. It was actually one of the easiest videos I made. The other one's way too hard, but it's okay. It's okay because I enjoy it. Anyway, so yeah, so last weekend, what did we do? Last weekend was my brother-in-law's birthday. And so we went and do you know, my family is Italian. My in-laws are Italians, for those who don't know. They love to cook. I've never met some people who cook so well. Everybody cooks so well. Everyone. From the man to the women to the grandpa to the dog to the child, everyone cooks so well. I'm like, guys, am I the only one who can only make an omelet here? No. They cook so well. We had lasagna. What? But lasagna made, I guess, their way. It was so cheesy, so good. It like melts in my mouth. I was like, fudge, yeah, lasagna. Oh, we had dance. Yeah. The funny thing is, see, I wish I could take a video of that and show to you guys, but nobody wants to give me permission to show on camera. And I was like, why not? They always say, like, because. I'm like, okay, fine, but we're having such a good time here. Come on. No. I'm telling you, this whole YouTube situation is only me. Everybody else thinks I'm ridiculous. They go, "You really putting your business out there like that?" I'm like, and then they always make me. I always blink a few times. I go, yeah, I think it's okay. And then I second guess myself. I go, oof. Yeah, I did talk about that. It's too late. It's up there. It's too late. It's too late. And you know what? I'm very impulsive, and it gets me in a lot of trouble. But I always assume the consequences. Every time I go, oof, darn it. All right, fine. I don't blame it on nothing. I'm very impulsive, and depending on how much I'm triggered, I can take a decision like that. And I can go on the computer, it's bad. It could be good too, but it's bad. And when I get angry, when I get truly angry, I have to be calmed down. And this is why I love Chris, because he is even keeled. Christopher could be like this. Look, there could be a fire outside, a tornado, an earthquake, a meteorite, a meteor shower. You know what? The underworld's coming. Run. Chris would be like this. So we're going to go to the left. And then we get in the car. Grab the keys. Okay. I'll drive to my mother's. Don't worry about it. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God. Oh my God. Ah! And then Chris is like, it's okay. Drive to my mom. We'll pick her up. And then you know what? We'll go to the cave. It's just right there. 5 minutes away. I'm sitting there like, what do you mean 5 minutes? The GPS says 1 hour. Ah! It's like, I got a better way. Literally, like, he calms me all the way down. What? Do you understand? You don't understand. You don't understand. We are so, like, polar opposites in terms of how we perceive the world. But he does not. He has no impulses. No. It's always very, very well thought out. So even killing calm. I'm the one who's a lunatic. I'm all over the place. And depending on how the severity of what I'm dealing with, I get all over the place. Like right now, this is like my mom and my father's battle. I am all over the place all the time because it's not going well. But yeah, so I'm doing cartwheels all the freaking time, and he's like, "It's okay, it's all good," which is good because we can't have two people screaming and impulsing. We'll be broke because I'll be suing everybody. My God, what a disaster! No, yeah. By the way, it was really funny. As I was skimming through the comments, I couldn't reply. I was at a party. I was skimming through the comments over there on the last video. People in my shirt. Look, I know. Yeah, the shirt is right there. I'll show you. Oh my God, I have to get up. No. So the shirt is right there. And when I was done filming, I just took off the shirt and I took a shower. There's a bathroom right there. And I took a shower and I went upstairs and went to bed. But the thing is that people were like, "Oh my God, burn your shirt. No, you don't understand. You don't. Olympia's crying, so I have to cut this short. You don't understand. No, it looks like a dress shirt, but it's not. It's the same fabric as a t-shirt. It's just like similar to this. It's just they made it look like a dress shirt. So it looks small, but it really isn't. It's stretchy material. I have muscles. I don't know what to tell you. It's stretchy materials, but you know, because I have to be at meetings, and I cannot look like I just came out of, I don't know. I have to look somewhat appropriate. So they make clothes that are like gym wear, but that look like corporate wear. Do you know what I'm saying? So, because right after a potential, look, I got to make contracts. If I don't sell contracts, my people don't eat. So I have to sell. So as I go there in my suit, I come right back out and I'm like, okay, guys, I can help. And I'm lifting stuff. It looks like a dress up stuff, but no, it's gym wear. That's it. And the whole button situation. No, I came home. You know, I don't like to be in a suit. You know, I don't like that stuff. So I came home and I just got myself uncomfortable. And it just so happened that I took the camera, and I was so tired to think about all that. But it was really funny when I read that. I was like, oh no, guys, you know, it's it's how I look. Anyway, so what a mess. All right. She stopped crying. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me go. Christopher will be mad at me. Why? Because he told me he's feeling a little tired today. And he's like, can I please have some alone time? I said, absolutely. Yeah, if your spouse tells you, please help me, you say yes. There's no thinking about it. Absolutely. I'm helping. Of course. Of course. That's why we're a team. No need for thinking. Yeah. But disclaimer, he doesn't abuse it. So, you know, because there's some spouses that would abuse the hell out of that. The dad, narcissists, right? No, like, you know, if it's reasonable. What am I talking about? I gotta go. Just because I'm distracted with, I hear what's going on up there, and I know he told me he needs help, so I'm gonna go and help him out. Bye. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on Friday.